Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and I'm going to give you an update on my progress with the Bellevue University Master of Science in Industrial Organizational Psychology program. That is all that I can say for right now. I just got off of a week-long break that was very much needed after the first of two statistics class. Yes, statistics. I hated it. Be very honest with you. It's super challenging. Thankfully, I did have an operations management and logistics class for my MBA with Bellevue University, so I was familiar with some of the terms and some of the calculations, but that still doesn't take away from what it took to get through that course. I'm super thankful for the professor who was very understanding that, number one, at this point in the program, the whole cohort, the class, whatever you want to call it, was super tired. There were some changes that were done with our schedule where we had or supposed to have a break, but we didn't have one. They're just trying to make sure that the experience for the student is good. So I'm appreciative that they're doing that. I really can't, there's nothing that I can do, I feel, of any justice to prepare anyone for that class. Some advice that I would give you is definitely get a tutor ASAP. The university provides, I believe, 10 hours per class that you can get a free tutor. They provide you their schedule, and then you set up an hour time frame and you go over whatever is related to the class, which I didn't do it because, again, I had some previous experience with some of the things that were happening, and then also the study group that I was with was super, super helpful. So I cannot take full credit for that in any way, shape, or form. Besides getting the tutor, I would say in the book, they have step-by-step examples. Do the step-by-step examples and then do your homework. Don't try to do your homework first. That's just me. And then the next thing that I would say is ask questions in the Slack channel that you're in, because sometimes people with experience and or who have done this a lot will help you out. And then also do actually, one thing that I would say is originally I got a Microsoft laptop, but I've been using Mac products for so long for my personal use that it was just very awkward. So I was able to get through the class with a Mac. I went and exchanged it through Best Buy, and I didn't have an issue. That's really it. I just can't prepare you for it. So yeah, I would say get a tutor, do the step-by-step examples in the book that you're given, and then do your homework, and definitely get a study group. And that was super helpful. I would say that I'd follow what I'd done in the past, which was give a scenario, but I don't know that I could do it any justice. But for the sake of being consistent, if you were trying to, let's say, predict and or see if there was a correlation between people who had advanced degrees and their performance at work in a certain job, statistics would be a great way for you to see if there's a correlation. So essentially what you'd be doing is looking at the population of people in the role. Then you would take samples of that population, so a smaller amount, and then you would look for characteristics that say, yes, when this is true, this is what you can predict, or when this is not true, this isn't what you can predict. There were terms such as the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis, which you'll learn all about that. So basically just trying to prove a theory per se. So if my theory is that I can pull everybody with an MBA out of different organizations, out of the population of the company, and say that everybody who has an MBA makes six figures. Then I would try to find a correlation and or see if I can predict someone's salary based off of that dependent variable. So it's just a lot of prediction and correlation and hypothesis this and hypothesis that. Man, it was a lot. Did I grow from the class? Absolutely. It was extremely challenging in a good way. Do I foresee myself using it? Crazy enough, literally, when I was on my break, there was a situation that required me to use statistics, and I was able to work through it because of this course. I think this was probably the only example when you take a class in math or English or whatever it is, and your professor say, or your school teacher says, you're going to need this when you get older, and literally it slapped me in my face the very next week. So super thankful. I am officially halfway through the program. Halfway. So I have 6 more classes to go, including this current class, which is personnel selection, I believe. And I'm looking forward to being done. I have an estimated graduation date of April of 2022. And I am definitely going to go to that June commencement ceremony and soak in all of that great Nebraska weather and some fazoli's. So if you are watching this video with the intent of knowing if this program is for you and or get a heads up on the class, it's worth the challenge. It's a big challenge. I'm not going to lie to you. I spend a lot of time reading, a lot of time doing the assignments. More so in this last class, more time doing the assignments than actually reading. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of reading, and I don't always do the reading, but I do read enough to understand what's going on and to be able to make sure that I can articulate myself in the assignments, to make sure that I'm grasping it or showing the professor that I'm grasping the material. Can you slip away with not reading in this class? No. Unless this is something that you do on a regular basis and or you are just knocking it out of the park in the area of statistics. In my personal opinion, it's going to take a lot of work. You will not be alone if this is material that is difficult to grasp. So don't beat yourself up about it. The program is continually challenging me, and I do feel like I'm growing. I do feel like at the end of this program, I will be able to knock it out of the park as a result of the amount of work that goes into the program. How many hours am I spending doing the assignments and reading and all that fun stuff? At least 20. At least 20. It is literally like working another job on top of the other things that I'm juggling. But I do not have anything that really occupies my time. Don't have a significant other at this time, and I don't have a family, don't have a pet or anything. So I am free to dispose of my time as I choose. But just heads up in advance, put your seatbelt on, dig in, get your tutor, do the practice assignments or practice step-by-step examples in the book. Ask questions and lean in. That 6 weeks goes by pretty fast, so don't get behind in your assignments because it does get deep very quickly. Hope this helps you. Have a great day.